Hey guys, this is Trenchy back again to bring you another video, and this time we will be discussing Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is the new crossover of the Arrowverse, probably the biggest crossover they have ever done, based off the comics storyline Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah, so let's hop into this. Everything we know, everything we got, a little bit of information of what's going on. So here's some of the things we were told, and I'm gonna probably make some theories and shit like that. So here's the news. What we know what's going on. This is I think it's 5 night crossover or 5 episode or 5 show crossover with Batwoman, which is the newest Arrowverse show. Arrow, which is in its final season this year. The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. And I think some of them are gonna appear on the same night. Some of the show episodes are gonna appear back to back. So I don't think it's gonna be 5 nights, but it's still gonna be 5 episodes worth of crossover goodness. Also, Black Lightning and some of the characters from that are apparently going to appear in this crossover, so that's fucking cool. Now I'll want to get into some of the bigger stuff. So this is pretty much like the Arrow versus Endgame, and we're going to be getting the Anti-Monitor, which is going to be our Thanos, this big, bad, very powerful villain that all the heroes have to team up to defeat because he is destroying the multiverse. That's what the Monitor, we saw the Monitor last season in Elseworlds crossover and in the end of Arrow, where we see this very powerful being, this very godlike being, and he is clearly concerned about this Anti-Monitor character, and has chosen Oliver as kind of the chosen one to defeat him, and has told Oliver that Oliver is gonna die in Crisis. And this is the last season of Arrow. So, Oliver Queen may die in Crisis. I know some people believe the Flash is going to die, but the Arrow season will pretty much be done by the time it gets to Crisis, I believe. Well, Flash still has a second half of his season and probably still has a show to go. They're not going to kill off Barry Allen. Barry Allen is the star of the show. And some people might be like, Wally West. They had a chance to give Wally some spotlight. If you look back in season 3, they did Flashpoint. We could have had a whole Wally Center episode. We could have had a few Wally Center episodes where Wally was the Flash, because Wally was the Flash in Flashpoint. But they didn't. They skipped right through that to get Barry back in the suit, back in the Flash suit. Then we had, in season 4, Barry went into the Speed Force. We could have had a couple episodes of Wally trying to live up to being the Flash of Central City, and Wally trying to, be the main hero, but we didn't. They had to bring Barry back in the first episode, get him back in that suit, get him back, because it's Barry's show. They want Barry to be the Flash. It's Barry's show. I don't think he's gonna die. Supergirl's not gonna die. We might have some minor characters die, side characters die, but I believe our main leads are not gonna die. Legends, some of the Legends may die, because maybe not Sarah, but it could definitely happen. Some of the Legends could die. I think that's plausible. Do I think they're gonna kill a lot of the Legends? Probably not. They might kill 1 or 2, but it is plausible. And yeah. Now to get on to some of the news. So, this is Elseworlds. We're gonna see different types of characters, and this got them the idea to bring in some stars. Now, first, I will go over that Tom Welling will also be playing a new version of Harrison Wells, and he will also be playing a character called the Pariah, who accidentally starts Crisis. But now I'm going to get into the fun stuff, and that is who's coming. So, one, we got Burt Ward from the Adam West Batman series playing a role that we don't know about. I'm hoping he'll play some sort of Robin. I don't care which Robin he plays. I'm hoping he would play Robin, or he may play a whole nother character. He may be there just for a cameo, but it's still cool to see that they got Burt Ward in there. Last year they got the OG Flash, which was pretty cool. Hopefully they can pull him off again in this season, because I think Crisis would be it would be really cool to see the OG Flash back again. Number two, which is probably one of the coolest news. We are getting Kevin Conroy as a live-action Bruce Wayne. He's not gonna be Batman. They said. I don't think he's gonna be Batman, but he's gonna be like an Elseworlds old Bruce Wayne, which we will probably get a scene with. And the thing is, Kevin Conroy is gonna be a live-action Bruce Wayne. That's pretty badass in itself, Batman or no Batman. Just to see pretty much if you grew up with the 90s series, or was it 80s or 90s? With the original Batman series, which I did, I had it on VHS and DVD, eventually DVD. When I was very low, we did have VHS still, and DVD. We had DVD and VHS at the same time. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I used to watch Batman. They would play him on the Cartoon Networks, and Kevin Conroy would be doing the voice. And it's cool just seeing him be this character in real life. Number three, Brandon Routh is pulling overtime as the Atom, and he will be also playing a version of Superman. Because, he played him in Superman Returns. And I don't think he was horrible as Superman. That movie was just a mess script-wise. They did really choose some good actors. Like, Kevin Spacey was an excellent choice for Lex Luthor. They just, they kind of just dropped the ball on the script and the plot. It just fucking sucked. But yeah, was he a little young at the time to be playing Superman? Maybe, but I still think it worked. And it's gonna be great seeing him here again as Superman. Also, involving Superman, we're gonna have Tyler Hoechlin. He plays Superman on Supergirl. He's gonna be involved in this. He's gonna be playing Superman. Lois Lane from the Supergirl TV series. She's gonna be in this. And their baby apparently is gonna be involved. We're gonna see a super baby. I do not know how Superman, how they procreated. I still don't understand how Superman could do that without losing control and killing someone. Cause I don't know, but I guess comic book logic, they don't want Superman fucking anyone to death. So yeah, but anyways, that would be horrible, man. The story arc. Superman sinks into a deep depression because he fucks Lois Lane to death. Almighty cock power. But anyways, also, I guess John Cryer, who played Lex Luthor, who I guess was shot by Lena Luthor in the Supergirl finale, he's gonna be involved in this. So it's always good seeing Lex in any form. And I didn't see the newest Supergirl season. I'm behind on Supergirl, but I did watch some of the Lex Luthor scenes. And I think John Cryer did a good job from what I saw, even though he played one of the worst characters in existence, Ducky from Pretty in Pink. I hate that character. But he also played Alan from 2.5 Men, so it's cool. And here's one. Okay, and now we're into the biggest one. This is also Superman related. He's fucking coming, guys. Tom Welling has decided to put on the Superman suit one more time. Tom Welling is going to be doing something with Superman in this crossover. Now, this is probably just a cameo. Most of these are probably just cameos, but still, we've got Kevin Conroy, Burt Ward, and fucking Tom Welling, man. All we need is Michael Rosenbaum. We need Michael Rosenbaum to come in as Lex, or I would be okay with Michael Rosenbaum playing Reverse Flash because he has voiced Reverse Flash before, and I think it'll be interesting. I think he could do that role as well. Would I prefer Lex? Yes, but I am okay with him playing a different role. Now, are they gonna get Rosenbaum? Now that Welling's down, Welling and Rosenbaum are friends. They might be able to get Rosenbaum. Is it 100%? No. Some other people I would like to appear are that haven't been confirmed, but some other people, like I said, the OG Flash from the 80 series would be very cool. Mark Hamill playing a Joker or a Trickster would be very cool and fun. Let me think. Who else was I going with? I had another one in mind. What is it? Linda Carter that played the original television series Wonder Woman. It'll be cool to get her in there. The actor from the Adventures of Lois and Clark playing another Superman. I know we have a bunch of Superman in here already, but it'll be so cool if, like, everybody, I know they can't get the one from the 70s version, Christopher Reeves, because he sadly passed away. Rest in peace, he was a great Superman. And they're not gonna get fucking Henry Cavill. That's not gonna happen. But if they can get, like, fucking Brandon Routh, Tom Welling, Tyler Hoechlin, and they already had the guy on the Supergirl show, the guy that played him in the Adventures of Lois and Clark. That would be cool. That would be like it'll be like the what's it called? The era of the Superman, where all the Supermen team up all over again. You got all the Supermen flying around, like Superboy and Steel, and that guy that wore the yellow shades. He was a bastard in the fucking comics. I hate that dude. He was Android Superman, right? But then you had Steel, and then you had Android Superman, and Steel looked like an android, but or Cyborg Superman, not Android Superman. Cyborg Superman wasn't, he was a robot. He was like Cyborg, but he like hid it, while Steel kind of put his out in the open. Cool shit. And then there was another one. I forgot the other one's name. But yeah, that would be cool. My theories for this is like I think Oliver's gonna die in this. I know they said he's gonna die, so people are thinking he might live for others. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna live. I think he's gonna sacrifice himself. I think he's gonna pull Tony Stark and be the one to sacrifice himself for the greater good, because that's what Oliver is. And it'll be kind of a fitting end, Oliver dying for everybody, because he would have finally beat that darkness inside him. Oliver kind of has survivor guilt, because every time he survives, people around him die, and he's had to do a lot of bad things to just make it in this world. So it would be a fitting end having him die for everyone. Because I think, in a way, MCU Tony and Arrowverse Oliver, who are slightly different from their comic versions, Arrowverse Oliver is actually quite a bit different from his comic version. but they are very similar in a way. They're very similar type characters who both started out as selfish billionaires, went through a traumatic experience that forced them to fight and see the error of their ways and slowly transform into heroes. And when I mean slowly, I mean slowly. They weren't perfect at first. Oliver was killing people. Fucking Tony was still kind of selfish and an ass. He wasn't like the same person we see at the end of Endgame isn't the same person we started out with in Iron Man 1, and even in Iron Man 2 he's still learning. In Iron Man 3 he's still learning. In Avengers he's learning. They make mistakes along the way. They create their own enemies. Tony Stark created Ultron. Oliver Queen created Prometheus and Deathstroke. Um, Tony created Aldrich, you know, that guy from the third movie. The guy that, the real Mandarin. that the He's not the Mandarin because the Mandarin's nothing like that. But still, they call him the real Mandarin. So the real Mandarin, Aldrich Killian, that dude. You know, they all they have a similar arc, I believe. Oliver kind of becomes a mentor to Barry. Tony becomes a mentor to Peter. Both young superheroes starting out. Dude, there's too many coincidences here. But anyways, yeah, that's my little thing about Elseworlds. Maybe I'll make and if you guys want me to make an in-depth comparison between Oliver and Tony Stark from Avengers and um from the MCU and Arrowverse, let me know. Also, funny thing is I haven't seen Endgame, but I know the spoilers. I know what happens and shit. I gotta watch the movie though. But it's and I have seen some clips and it's I don't know. This just seems so similar, and I think there will be a similar ending here for Oliver as there is for Tony. So that's gonna be yeah. Um, but yeah, like I said, let me know if you want me to do an in-depth video on Tony and Oliver. I will do that shit. This is Trenchy signing off. I hope you guys have a nice day. Stay frosty. This is Trenchy signing off. Beep bop boop.